Most beginners don't realize that the moves you fly in the air decide how good your edit on the ground looks later. In this video I will give you 6 moves that fix that, and how to fly each one and why they work at any location with any drone. I call it the reveal system, and once you understand it you will have a formula you can use on every flight. Stay until the end because I will show you how all 6 come together in one edit. So let's get right into it. One thing before move number 1, because it's the reason all 6 work. Every move in the system is a reveal. You're not showing the viewer where you are, you're discovering a scene or location, so there's always a reason to keep watching. That's the whole system. 6 ways to reveal something. Keep that in your head and every move below makes immediate sense. When you first get a drone, the instinct is to fly up high and spin in a circle to show the area. And it never looks as good as you hoped. The problem is that a spin reveals everything at once. The whole location spins past on the screen in 3 seconds. No discovery, no removement, and nothing pulling the viewer forward. I know because I still got a lot of them in my early photo library. The fix is flying in move, called the orbit. You move sideways and turn at the same time. Now the landscape opens up gradually behind the locked subject in the direction you're heading. At this lighthouse where I flew in Sicily, spinning on the spot gives you the whole scene instantly. Flying sideways or turning slowly reveals the lighthouse first, then the mountains and the bay in the back. Same location but a completely different feeling. And it works anywhere with a subject to lock on. A castle, a harvester, or another lighthouse. Move 2 is the top-down shot. Most beginners forget this one because they're looking forward when they're flying and not at the ground. Not wrong, but you're leaving the good part on the table. The top-down shot is where it gets interesting. The camera pointed straight down, you rise slowly and let the drone reveal the scene. You start tight on a subject or with nothing interesting in your frame at all. As you climb, the world around it opens up piece by piece. The shoreline appears, then the water, then the whole landscape. The reason this works so well is the shift it creates. You start by showing a thing and you end by showing where that thing lives. That's the difference between showing a location and telling a story about it. This next one is where most pilots leave their best shots behind. Because if you only ever fly forward or straight up, you'll miss the move that actually brings a viewer into the scene. Rising up while slowly tilting the camera down. That's it. What it does is reveal scale. Flying up along the side of a lighthouse or castle while tilting down shows you exactly how tall it is. In a way a forward shot never can. Your eye tracks the height as it happens. Flying backwards is the move most beginners hardly ever try. Which is a shame because it completely changes the feel of a scene. Start in almost looking straight down at your subject, then pull backwards while tilting the camera up. The subject or landscape drops away from you and the entire environment behind it comes into view. The scale of the subject plus the world it sits in one continuous move. The key with this one is planning it before you fly. Know where you're pulling back to and check the space behind you. Planned properly, it turns a flat shot into the one people rewatch. This is the shot most beginners never try because they always fly too high. But flying low completely transforms the energy of your footage. Skim low over a field and the motion blur in the foreground does something no high shot can do. Flying at the same speed at 100 meters and it looks like you're just standing in the air. Bring it down to 2 meters and the same speed feels fast. And it isn't only a field shot. Low and fast over water, a salt flat, over sand, along a coast road, all of it works. The ground rushing through the bottom of the frame is what sells it. If your edit feels flat and slow, this is the shot that injects energy into it. The last one feels unnatural the first time because tilting up while flying forward is a strange combination if you've never done it. But once you see what it creates, you won't skip it again. Fly forward and slowly tilt the camera up. Whatever was hidden beyond the horizon line emerges into the frame as you move. The strongest version starts far away from the subject or location you want to reveal, so you got enough space to fly towards the subject and reveal it. That feeling of something emerging into frame is exactly what makes it work. I use this one to open videos more than any other move. Now let's see how they come together. 6 moves cut into one sequence. Forward and tilt to introduce the place. The orbit to emerge into the scene. Low and fast for energy. Rise and tilt down for the scale, and a top-down shot to open the world. Finally, the pullback and tilt up to close it out. Every cut lands on a different kind of reveal, so nothing repeats and the viewer never gets ahead of you. That's what the system does to an edit. Fly all 6 at your next location and you will come home with a sequence instead of a folder of random clips. But knowing the 6 is step 1. These moves only look clean if your settings are dialed in, if you know which one the location is asking for, and how you can calibrate them afterward. Pick the wrong move for the wrong spot and it doesn't just look bad. A pullback in a tight space means flying backwards into something you can't see. That's exactly what Drone Circle is built for. The full library of my drone moves explained. When to use which one, which mistakes to avoid, and all my settings to make them look cinematic. Plus a community where I personally give you feedback on your attempts. The first link in my description or on my profile takes you straight to Drone Circle. This week take just one location and fly all 6 moves there. Then cut them together and tell me in the comments how the sequence turned out. And I will see you in the next one.